G'day everyone, welcome back to Vegas Unfiltered 26. Just Henry today. No, Louis. Louis is not here, just me. Not really, it's not a podcast episode, it's more just a YouTube video of me voicing my opinion. Haven't already got your hands on these, go do it. Little shout out to Celsius. Unbelievably good. Today is about why Cerra is really important for this team. Now, I want to go over three topics, and I think these three topics are exactly what we need in the team that we haven't got at the moment, and we are indeed lacking. So over the preseason, I'm not sure what's going on, but there is a lot of people that are concerned about the fitness of the likes of George Hewitt, Patrick Cripps. I think Sam Welsh is in the clear, Jagger's in the clear, but them two are the big focuses at the moment. And I think in that practice match, when Cerra went down, I think a lot of our sort of hopes went down. And that's for me as well, because I think that Cerra brings speed into the game. Like he doesn't lack laziness. He lacks anything. It's probably a little bit of, I don't know. It could be something to do in the warm up. We might not have a proper warm up. He could potentially be a little bit unfit, but he's quicker than Hewitt and Cripps. So he's an up. I wouldn't say he's obviously not an upgrade from Patrick Cripps, and he could possibly be an upgrade from George Hewitt at the moment. That's just what I'm looking at. But he's quick, right? And he brings speed onto the ball, which George Hewitt hasn't been able to do. So what I'm getting at here is George Hewitt should be probably looked at carefully, and I think you have to manage him for a couple of weeks, just until he's officially ready to go. Because at the moment he's not ready. He lacks composure, he lacks speed, and he lacks everything that we need. He's not a proper tagger. I think Cerra is younger, he's quicker, he's fitter, as young blokes are supposed to be. Uh, but he's also got a better technique with the ball, right? And what I mean by that is when Cerra plays behind the ball, good things happen. When he's playing off that half back, that's where I like him as a player. I think if you look at the way Hewitt sits behind the ball and sits at stoppages at half back, it's always goes to him, and it's a hack outside 50, and it'll just go 50 metres in the air. Someone try and grab it. It's always to Harry Mackay, and Harry Mackay sometimes clunks it, sometimes doesn't, but we can't have that risk. What I really like about Cerra, and I'll show some footage hopefully in this video. If not, don't stress. Uh, what I see in Cerra is when the ball goes out to him in a stoppage, he lowers the eyes. He doesn't bomb it 100 metres in the air. He lowers his eyes and tries to find a target. Sometimes you'll get pinned ball, and that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But at least you're looking for an extra target so that you can give time for your forwards to hurry back down the ground, create a scoring opportunity, right? That's what we want. But yeah, he's got a better technique. When he's off of the ball, he is probably one of our most important players. And as we saw it like last year, it was literally like he was first in the best and fairest for probably majority of the year. I'd say probably I think it was until round 15 when he might have hurt his knee, I think. And that's another thing with Jarrow, is he's got to keep fit. Because I know as soon as that practice match happened and he got another soft tissue, everyone hold their breath. Because he's been known for having soft tissue injuries. He's been known for having calf problems, hamstring problems, the knee problems, the bloody ankle problems, the shoulder problems, to all this sort of stuff that comes back to bite you on the ass. Look, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying he's a really good, and I'm saying we need him. Because if we don't have him, I think we're in trouble. He's the one that we need this week against North Melbourne, and he loves the game against North too. He's his last outing against North Melbourne, which will be at the screen right about now. Perfect. That's what you want to see, right? That's what you want to see from a player. I love it. It's good. If you haven't already, please subscribe. There is a lot more that I'm going to cover at the moment. But what I'm sort of saying with Cerra is that he can move around the ground. So, for instance, he'll start in the midfield, but he can also play half back, which creates opportunity when he's at half back, if the ball's down there, to go to a stoppage and then reset so the forwards have time, because he's always looking for that extra option. He's not trying to bomb it down the ground at, you know, 100k an hour, pin it down someone's throat, or you know what I mean. And it's good to see. It is good to see. I think this week we have to win. We absolutely have to win. Like if we don't win this week, you can write the season over, and you can probably ride Voss's contract up as well. This Adam Cerra man, he has to have the biggest impact on the game. I've praised him. I'm telling you right now, he's the secret weapon to our midfield. Quick, elegant, composed. I reckon he's there. I reckon he can turn this team around. I know we say it every week. It'll be 3 days after a game, and you're like, you know what? We're in for a chance. That's exactly what I'm feeling right now, and it's a must win. It is a must win. But you also look at, like, this is where I want to jump into Hewitt, and I want to jump into Cripps as well with their problems. So Hewitt, right? He is, let's say, I'm going to write it down, slow and uncomposed. I don't know if that's a word, uncomposed, but it's the opposite to being composed. So there we go. What needs to happen now is, I think, and it's just my opinion, don't scream at me for it, Hewitt needs 2 weeks off. He needs 2 weeks off to get his body right, his mind right, and then get back to where that best and fairest Hewitt was last year, because he was quick, he was quicker, he was more turned on, he was switched on, he wasn't overthinking, he wasn't second guessing himself. It was just handball, let's get this done, and he was one of our best every year. I mean, every game, sorry. And it was perfect. It was all good. It was lovely. It was awesome to watch. Everything you can ask out of a player, he did. This year, that first month has been absolutely atrocious. And like we saw in 2024, where he got dropped for a game, played VFL, destroyed, came in the next week, bada bing, you're back in the team. Sorry, guys, I'm bleeding. That's okay, though. I think Hewitt just needs. He just needs time, and he needs space. He needs a new position. Because I think he's just slow. I think he's just too slow in the contest to be able to keep up with the up and coming midfielders that will just run and run and run and run and run. And Hewitt hasn't got that in his legs anymore. He's getting a lot older. Everyone's getting older, and you know I just don't see a world where you can count on George Hewitt as a tagger or as someone who can run with the likes of Zach Butters, with a Matt Rowell, with a Noah Anderson, with like what we saw last week with like a Caleb Windsor, with a Colton Forstrop. I don't even know. I think that's his name. But he couldn't run with them. And these guys are just young. They're going to run all day. Like I'd say, if he was even playing on a Cooper Lord, even if that's a training, I think Lordy would run him to death. There's also been there's positives with Hewitt. Like there's so much potential sitting there. Like he just needs to find his form from last year. Like he was elite, man. His stats were elite. He obviously won the best and fairest, career best year. This year, though, it's just been a drop off, and that's what's the exact same thing's happened with our skipper Gripper. Gripper's been he's had the good game against Richmond. Just the scoring was shocking. That was the only reason why people were giving him shit for it, is because of the bloody scoring. If he kicked that 3 goals and had that 35 touches, it's a whole different story. And Carlton win by 20 odd points, which is what you want. All right, and they were pretty easy scoring shots as well, because sitting behind the goals, watching that, which I'll put the footage up right about now if I can, because it's on my phone and I'm not filming on my phone, so it might not come up. But man, he's off. He's really off. He's not there. He's not there anymore. And he can't keep carrying this team. He can't do it. Like he's done it for the last 6 to 8 years of his career, has just been carrying Carlton. And now it's in the hands of Walsh. It's in the hands of Lord. It's in the hands of Cerra. It's in the hands of Smith. It's in the hands of all them blokes, and it just has to allow Cripper to move forward. It has to. Something it just has to change. He can't keep up. He can keep up his speed. He's don't get me wrong, but he's overthinking as well. Like he's second guessing himself. It's not the Cripps that we're used to because when he's second guessing himself, he's one of the worst players on the ground. And you see he gets pinned with ball a lot, like a lot, and it's been so frequent now. Like you'd see 2025 4-3 Ripper, he would not get pinned holding the ball, and if it did happen, you'd be shocked. And this year, it's been just about every game has been pinned holding the ball, and I think it was last week where he actually got pinned twice. So second guessing never helps anyone, and he needs to learn that himself. So look, I love the skipper. Everyone loves Cripper. If you don't love Cripper, then you're stupid. You're not a Carlton supporter. He's put his blood, sweat, and tears into this club. If you're saying that he needs to be dropped, you are on the rails, mate. You are gone. Uh, I'm not saying he needs to be dropped, so I'm not on the rails. So that's good, and I'm very sorry. That's not great to see, is it? But you know, I'm actually really enjoying doing this video because I'm speaking out an opinion that I love to do. Like I love it. I love doing this, and I'm so excited for what this year has to bring because it's going to teach me as an individual so much more about being on here, but it's also going to teach me so much more about what the actual football club is going to look like. Because obviously had a massive year last year with podcasting, with journalism, with doing my account that I normally do. Uh, Obviously had to take a break. Everyone needs breaks. Uh, but yeah, it's been really, really good fun. I'm really excited for what this year has to bring. Although we're a month in and it's looking a little bit sad and dry, I think we can pick it up. We're the Carlton Footy Club. We can always pick it up. You know, it's just that one game that needs to spark something, and then it's another game, and then it's going to become consistent. This is my problem, right? If you look at our next three games, not ideal. Obviously this week, North Melbourne. If we don't win that, I think you can call the season because then we've got Adelaide, who we will get absolutely annihilated, and then we've got Collingwood, who we never seem to play well against, and then we've got Freo, which is Anzac Ground, which we always somehow scrape through on Anzac Ground. We've been consistent there. We haven't been inconsistent in a while. Like we haven't gone on a trot of losing, 5+ games in a row. Like there's always been that one week where we'll end up getting up. Yeah, but it's a lot at the moment. It's a lot. Uh, Thank you all for watching. This has been a little bit different, and I'm sorry that the camera quality isn't all that good. Uh, hopefully, hopefully, it can get better, and I reckon it can. I just need to work on a few things with the setup and everything like that. But face cam's on, all that's on. You know, we're we're starting something. We're getting a little bit better as the week goes on. Uh, if you haven't already, like, subscribe. All this counts. All this, adds up to something that I'm just trying to do. Bloody love this club. Wouldn't change it for the world. Up the Bags.